So I want to make a couple of videos just to show you how I make a track. I'm not promising perfection or anything like that, but what I'm thinking of doing is just making a slow groover, chugger with a bit of strong bass, and this is just my thoughts around how I'll approach it today. What I do tomorrow might be entirely different. So what I'm going to do today is focus on making the bass. I know it's a bit unusual, but what I want to do is just show you a different way of thinking, because usually when you get producing, start with the beats first, then your ears get tired and fatigued. But doing it this way around, the magic of adding a beat and a groove, bit of percussion or something after you've done some components for the track can actually bring it to life, and your ears don't get tired in the process. So I'm going to start off by making a bass, and ultimately what I'm just going to show you is just giving some of the tips that I've picked up over the years, not professing to be a master at this art, but I'd usually just do what sounds good. So what I'm thinking, make the bass, and in my mind I'm thinking along the lines of something with a bass that'll go bum 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 bum, almost like a heartbeat, and then skipping along to a hand clap and a kick drum type beat. So the tools I'm going to use is Push 2, and I've got Ableton. I'm going to use some plugins, obviously some of my favourite VSTs, and the general idea is make it sound as good as I can before I add any sort of master processing. So there's no limiter on, so I'm just going to show you. There's the master bus, nothing on there, and we're just starting with a raw MIDI track, and you can just hear me just go through it. So I'm going to make a bass using this transfuser. Now, to be honest, you could make an entire track with this thing, but I remember ages ago I made a bass line using this, and I was quite impressed with it. So just have a scroll down. Okay, that'll do. Let's have a look at some of the bass sounds. So often there's so much stuff. Let's have a listen to what this sounds like. Okay, so I quite liked that bounce me sound, and I think it was this off bass. Yeah, so what happens in Transfuser, this is just the sequence. To be honest, I could clear all this lot. I'm just going to erase it, so let me just have a look how to erase it all. All I want to do is delete all of this lot. There we go, let's do that. Select, there we go. That's the rubber, and there's the multi-tool. So I'm not using any sequencing, you can see it's not doing anything at the moment, but I did like this bass sound. So what I've got to do is program in here some sort of bass pattern. And you can see here it's C4, I want it a bit lower than that. Maybe, maybe not. We'll go for an E. Oops. In Transfuser you have to press Alt to bring up the pencil. Oh, that's on the A line. Let's have a listen. Right, so I'm going to just cycle it and play it as it goes. So I want bum bum. Oops, press Alt. Bum bum. No, I don't like that. Press play. Bum bum, bum bum. bum. You can see what I'm sort of thinking. Bum bum. Bum bum. Let's try one. Just there. Bit fiddly. Birdum, birdum. Do it over one bar. There we go, I'm just changing the length. Birdum, birdum. Right, let's add a bit of whack to it. Just turning up the low frequency gain. Just going to put a maximizer on it. Now the way I think is make it as good as you can before you actually get it to the master stage. So I'm just going to make it a bit louder. Just change some of these. Changing the flanger amount. So it's more ripply. There we go. Change the filter on this multi-delay. Add some more maximizer on it. Get it balanced. You can see it's reducing quite a lot there. Boom, 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 boom. Right, okay. That'll do. So let me stop it, because I'm going to get bored of it at this rate. So I'm just drag that out. And turn play notes there, so Ableton should now play that. Just double check this. What's it on? C, D, E. So where is it? Yeah, it's on E. It may have copied it over a little bit too low. That's okay, I've just moved it up and down an octave. Boom, 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 boom. Now, so that's the top bass. Just going to rename that. Top bass. Oops, top bass. Now, obviously now I'm going to want to do sub bass. I'll just rename this. Now, one bass that I do like for my sub bass is Rob Pappen Sub Boom Bass. So what I'm going to do to add some more weight to it is copy that from there onto there, and I've got this nifty favourite that I like called Bit-Tony. So I'm just going to drop, let me just stop this one and bring it down. Yeah. Just turn it up a bit. Oops. Oops, what happened there? Don't know why that just closed. I didn't close it. Okay, let's get them playing together. together. Group. Bass group. Now, just make that a bit bigger so I can read it. Right, let's add some processing to it. Now, this Melder Production Bassador, a bit heavy, but it reprocesses it. So that's 1/3 of the way up, 2/3 missing. Turn it off. Seems a bit thinner. It's had a bit of saturation as well. About 15%. Might be a bit too much. We can turn it down. Let's just turn it down. Turn the gain down as it goes in. Take a dB off. A bit more control. Can add some sub bass. Oh no. No. Can add a limiter as well. That'll control it. Okay. Okay, so that'll do for the main bass idea.